I feel a lot less nervous than last time.
Can you remember what I said, Mason?
So stop moving your body.
No, I said stop missing.
Sometimes I feel like I get more lucky if I wear my lucky trousers. Oh, I would love to play the World Cup.
Dab in there, that's it. World Cup.
I think we would be incredible pairs partners in the World Cup one day.
Another one.
No, you're gonna go for the 141.
Oh, really?
You're gonna go for the 180.
Team 9 data.
Yeah, it was an incredible experience.
Hello, mate. How are we? Not bad, not bad. You alright, Simon?
It's time for a nice... Well, it's Kate's birthday today, so I've cooked her a nice lamb roast.
There you go, mate. Perfect.
These are Phil Taylor's. Actually his.
Actually used?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Dad got them from an exhibition, I believe. The points were not used by him. I don't know why there's long points in there.
I wanted to speak to you about, obviously, the fact that you're playing this week, but I'd like to start with the fact you have already played at the Super Series. You've been through the experience.
Yeah.
How was it for you last time?
I thought it was incredible. I think the setup is great. I love the throw on stage as well. I think it's one of the best throws out there. It was incredible. Obviously, I was very nervous at the start, my first few games, and it took me a bit to settle in. And then when I did, it was an incredible experience.
Is there anything different you're doing here now, the week's building up, compared to last time?
I've changed my throw. I used to kind of double dip like this and then throw. Now I've just I set, pull back like this now, and it is so much better. And it's not a major change. Grip's still the same and all that's still the same, but just kind of take my time a bit more. Yeah, no, I'm playing quite well at the minute. I went through a bit of a rough patch, but probably because of the change of throw now.
Yeah.
Now I've settled into it. I feel really good about this week as well. I always watch the MODUS, not even when I'm not on it, and but I have been keeping a close eye on this week. Those 2 9 darters were absolutely unreal.
There's a lot of people in the Super Series who end up coming back quite a lot. Yeah. So, in terms of confidence and nerves, what's it feel like coming back for the second time?
My confidence is a lot higher now, and the nerves I feel are a lot lower.
I mean, I say it the second time, but you did actually appear at the Super Series in between now and your first one, because you played in the Super Series influencer event. How was that for you? Because you actually played in front of a sellout crowd. There's not many people who can say that they've played in front of a sellout crowd at the Super Series, regardless of how good they are. But you can say that.
That was incredible, and I had a great teammate. He was a great guy, that Proddy C. Like, MODUS has opened up a lot of doors for me. It was the perfect stepping stone and the perfect opportunity for me to get all these opportunities.
Something I was curious about is equipment. Do you often find yourself changing? Because obviously Simon is synonymous with switching things up a lot.
I think if you find something, you stick with it.
Yeah.
Because you can only get better. You either stay consistent as well. I don't agree with most of his changes.
Yeah, okay, really?
Yeah.
Is there any equipment what is similar to Simon's, or is everything you use?
Oh yeah, no, the darts I use are actually an alternate version of his Gen 2s. I know everyone thinks they are his Gen 2s, but they're not. They're slightly alternate on the bottom. They got a bit of micro grip.
Okay.
But other than that, they're literally his Gen 2s.
How much of a push is it for you to try and get to a point where you can play with and against Simon in a proper competitive level?
It's probably the reason I try so hard while I'm so young. I would love to have, a year on tour with him, 2 years on tour with him.
Yeah.
And maybe one day play the World Cup with him.
Is the World Cup something you specifically really want to aim for because of obviously Simon's success in the competition?
Oh, I would love to play the World Cup with anyone. It doesn't matter who. It is. And I always will represent Australia. I know Dark Connect says I'm British, but I am not.
What's the major difference from you being here compared to Australia, for example?
Oh, the weather, no. I never really picked up a dart in Australia. I played when I was really young, and I never really took a liking. And moving over here, and is probably the main reason I play darts. It's only been a couple years since I've taken it seriously, you know. My grandfather is the guy who actually trained my dad to probably be where he is. He came over last year, and he's probably the one that took me to the next level when he came over. After the MODUS, he was there calling me, telling me what I need to change and what I need to do better.
As a professional, how much does something like social media not necessarily play into your mind on the hockey, but how much does it play into your career in general? Because social media 20 years ago was probably completely irrelevant for a darts player, whereas now it's something you do have to factor in.
Yeah, you look at Dad. I mean, he doesn't go on social media at all. Ever since Littler coming through, and the social media scene is just absolutely massive. I always, you know, look at the comments and stuff, which everyone tells me I shouldn't do, but I do it anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to stop myself.
Yeah. What does Simon personally think about, for example, your no-look 180s and stuff like that? Because I think back in the day, you know, it was something people did. But, I mean, if you look at the Super Series now in general, people do it all the time. And arguably, you were maybe the main cause of that.
Yeah, I mean, I meet the local kids now, and they start doing them at our local leagues, which I think is incredible.
Yeah.
The more you can do to get, you know, more eyes on the sport, the better, I think.
How much, like, was the Super Series something you aimed for before you got the invite? Because obviously, in general, it's something a lot of aspiring darts players look at now. But with you being local, and you actually had worked at the Super Series for a short time, it must have been something you were looking at.
It was probably the main goal leading up to Q School next year. It's the perfect thing, I think, for especially semi-professional amateur dart players. It's the perfect growth tool. And it is very, very well run. I don't think I've seen anything not remotely close to how good the Super Series is. I think if I play my game, I'll beat anyone.
I mean, you've got a very interesting dart shirt. Would you want to run us through it? I actually think you wore this last time you played, didn't you?
Yeah. I haven't changed dart shirts, and I don't think I ever will. The design actually comes from my favourite TV show, Jujutsu Kaisen. This guy, SDG, he makes some incredible dart shirts, and he's the man, and he made it perfectly, exactly how I described it, and I don't, you know, I would never wear a different shirt.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff, you know, in here, what obviously is from your dad.
Yeah,
but I'm sure you'd like to add a lot of stuff to this as the years go on.
That would be a dream come true, you know. I know I've got a great opportunity, but that's only because of the hard work that he's done. I could win 10 world championships, and I'd still say he's the best Australian dart player of all time.
Yeah, I'll grab Dad and bring him out.
Cool. Yeah. We spoke a lot about Mason last week there, obviously, Simon. I was curious, what did you think of it? Because Mason said you watched every game and so on and so forth.
I watched as many as I could. I was travelling at the time, but I thought he'd done amazing.
There's a lot, obviously, to be proud of there.
Make sure you get that in.
Make sure you get this follow-up in there.
Look at that.
Make sure you get the follow-up in, you ready?
It's only my third shot.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Did you get it? Oh my God.
It's in, yeah?
Look at that. It's going to make some good footage.
Yeah, no pressure, no pressure.
Yeah. Well, what am I going to go for? Another one.
No, you're going to go for the 141.
Oh, really?
I'll go for the 180.
Team 9 data.
Yeah, nice team one.
Oh, you're kidding me. Wow.
I'll just hit my own 9 data now, imagine.
Mason threw it no look 180 when we were throwing before.
I did.
I was curious how you thought about the no look 80 because I'm pretty sure you text Paul Nicholson at the time with your opinion on it.
Not for me.
Yeah, I said the exact. I said you thought it was a.
I've never even tried it, and I won't. It's all
They don't get the fun. Go on, go for it.
Oh.
Oh, you should have looked away. You
I know, I looked at the camera. I was looking to see if the camera was on it.
Imagine you did a no look. Just as you said
Oh
that.
no, I should have done it. I should have looked at the camera and done it.
Yeah.
Did you and Mason speak a lot after Mason's first appearance at the Super Series about what you thought he could have done better, what you think he did really well, and so on and so forth?
I did actually give him a little bit of advice. Can you remember what I said, Mason?
So stop moving your body.
No. Said stop missing.
Yeah. Stop moving your body.
Stop going low.
Yeah, stop going low.
Count properly. Your counting was a bit iffy.
I know, and I'm usually such a good counter. I was obviously a bit nervous, and I think most people could see that. But yeah, no, I feel like I did all right for my first, my first ever appearance. And it was nice. I thought it was incredible.
Proud of you, all the big checkouts and the 180s.
Yeah.
Finishing was good, which you do day in, day out.
Yep.
Taught you the right practice routines.
It must be cool for you as well, Simon, with Mason's notoriety in the game going up. He's getting invited to things like exhibitions alongside you. It must be something what's almost quite surreal to have your son come and be part of essentially your livelihood.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, I think the name probably helps a little.
A little, he said.
A lot. But, it's good. I mean, that's what we want our siblings to do, if they want to play the sport and follow the footsteps, it's absolutely brilliant, I think. I'll never push him to play darts. If he wants to do it, then good, and I'll support him.
Mason talked a lot about the World Cup. Obviously, it's something obviously it's special to him because it's also special to you. You just played the World Cup. How was that for you?
It was great. I mean, I love playing for my country. I love playing with Damo. And, it's just a great thing to play. It's something I put a lot of pride into, playing for my country.
Yeah, Mason said that he would always 100% play for Australia as well.
Yeah, of course.
As I said, that is where I'm from, and I've lived there the majority of my life, so I would always pick Australia over anywhere, really. My point's just come out.
Oh, really?
What? My point just come out. I swear to God. They can see how you put points in.
Oh, they missed it out. I did it earlier.
Please, sir.
Super glue.
Please, sir.
Look at this.
No, I don't. No. You don't need to glue mine.
Oh, I'm going to put a daub on there. You don't want it coming out. Dab in there. That's it. Poker on there with the shaky hands. Little tap. That's it. Done.
I don't know if you went in far enough. No, you need to go in further than that. Yeah, that's better.
Looks the same.
We'll say it's perfect for the camera, but it's not. I think we would be incredible pairs partners in the World Cup one day, if it's possible. I don't know if it is possible now that Damo's so high, but it would be. Would be incredible.
Maybe if Damo retires soon.
Yeah, Damo's going to retire before you.
I think that's the only way it's happening.
Yeah, I don't think us two are getting higher than 10th in the world.
I think I might again.
Obviously, we got some great talent in Australia. I know I seen some young kid in Australia throwing 100 averages for fun, it's incredible to see how far Australian darts has come, and it wouldn't have happened if obviously Dad didn't come over and risk it all and make it. So I think he's the inspiration for most young dart players in Australia.
You mentioned there, obviously, Simon risking it all. Does knowing the full context of, Simon coming over help you to stay humble, knowing that, yeah, the Whitlock name obviously helps you, but also you still keep your feet grounded, that there's a lot of stuff you need to do to make sure that you don't let yourself down in that regard?
I think it's very inspirational, and that's why I think he's such a humble player. We weren't one of those people that could easily just come and go as it choose. He risked everything.
I think in comparison, Simon, it must make you feel really good that Mason can get opportunities like the Super Series, which perhaps wasn't available, obviously, you know, to someone like you when you were coming up in the game.
Yeah, I mean, Super Series is a great stepping stone for progressing to the bigger time darts. I mean, there's so many great players who are playing in the MODUS Series who are well capable of competing with the best players in the world. I mean, their averages show it, and you know, they're going to get tour cards.
Well, I mean, if you look at next week, we've got Andy Bolton, Cam Crabtree, and Wesley Plezier. I mean, they all made a semi-final, didn't they?
Yeah, that's some great names.
Yeah, Cam made the semis and Wesley made the final.
Yeah, back-to-back finals.
Yeah, that just shows you the depth of the talent in the.
Did you see today on the Super Series, Simon?
I heard there were 2 9-darters, yeah, which is amazing. Yeah, that just shows, like, it's crazy how good everyone is. I need to work hard just to keep my card for another year.
So this is the Southampton Dart Series. We've been running for about 12 years now. It started small and it's grown over the years. It's attracted all the top local talent, from pub players to Super League players, county players, even to professionals. You'll see some of them in the room tonight and probably a few familiar faces from the MODUS stage. We get the youngsters here from the Junior Darts Corporation, those that almost come out of retirement to play again, and those that are at the top end of the game. They use this as a bit of bolster, really, to good quality practice more than anything else. 10 years ago, you were limited to a handful of opens each year, the county circuit. Even the youth scene wasn't as much as it was now. There was no JDC, there was no development tour. Challenge tours only come on the last 10 years as well. So yeah, it was completely unrecognisable now to how it was back then. We try to stream as many games as we can each week just to get some eyes on the product on social media. We publish all the results grids and everything like that. Everybody knows that professionals still go to local competitions, but because Southampton is a hotbed for local players, and particularly those that have played on the MODUS stage, they all come together collectively. When they're seen on the stream, it then almost links into like the PDC World Championships and the MODUS Super Series as well. It's a lot of hard work when you've got 50 people here. You've got 3.5 hours to get 4 competitions done, so you've got to be on it. But we've got plenty of boards here. Everybody knows how it all works now, and they all do their bit. So it can be tough at times when you've got loads of new people that aren't familiar with things, but as soon as they get used to it, yourself being one of them, it becomes a lot easier to manage. But no, like I said, anybody's welcome to come and have a go if they wish. Come and join us.
The chalkers out first, and then the game. So listen up. Board 6, Mason Whitlock. Board 7, Scott Walters.
They're next level, them.
Perfect, perfect. I'll just stand now interviewing you. We just have a really natural conversation here.
They'll think you're massive. I feel a lot less nervous than last time, and I obviously changed my throw a tad, but other than that, not much really. I have the same mindset, win every game hopefully. I think I was the first person in the practice room, and I haven't really left the board since. I've been smashing it out. Get ready.
Cool. So game plan today then?
Win.
Nice.
Sometimes I feel like I get more lucky if I wear my lucky trousers, but I've actually just bought new ones, so if I have bounce outs today or anything, blame the trousers.
I feel like you're pulling my leg.
No, I'm dead serious as well.
What is it about the trousers?
I don't know. These ones are new, so I don't know. It's just something like, if I don't do the same routine in the morning, it might, it might get in my head.
Darts originally was because my granddad played when I was a kid. I was like, yeah, no problem. He said his name's Ashley, so I got no idea who's turning up. This is proper messing me up now. I struggle when people leave me negative comments, but I don't know how he does it. He's just chill, isn't he? I was gaining like 10,000 subs a month in lockdown. Like since I've swapped left-handed, I've really enjoyed playing a lot more. Because the reason I started the channel was because that's what I wanted to do. I would like to realistically go to Q school and compete.